Hi, my name is Dr. Karl Johnson and welcome to our website. Chiropractic and Nutrition Wellness Center is the premier natural health facility in southeastern Michigan. It has been engineered from the ground up to serve chronic patients suffering with chronic fatigue, chronic pain, back and neck pain, stenosis, sciatica, herniated discs, peripheral neuropathy, fibromyalgia, balance disorders such as vertigo, dizziness, fear of falling, severe hormone imbalances, and childhood development disorders such as ADD and ADHD and autism. If you look to your left, you'll see a list of conditions that we have helped without drugs and without surgery. We were able to help these people after they have been from doctor to doctor with little to no help, and many of them have visited popular clinics such as U of M, Detroit Medical Center, Henry Ford, Cleveland Clinic, and the Mayo Clinic. And how have we been able to help them when others have failed? Well, I'll explain that in just a bit. Now, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Karl Johnson, and my journey into healthcare began because I had a desire to help sick people, but I didn't want to just give drugs to them. I wanted to understand what was really going on with a sick person's physiology and work with their body to restore function. I wanted to create real change. My first stop was Chiropractic College, where I graduated summa cum laude from Palmer College of Chiropractic in Davenport, Iowa, which is the fountainhead of chiropractic, by the way. My first passion was chiropractic neurology. Chiropractic neurology is a specialized approach to looking at the brain and nervous system functionally. Science has shown us that in the last 20 years that the brain can change, remold, and create new connections based on the stimulations that you give it. This ability for the brain to change is called neuroplasticity. It has been proven over and over again that it is possible to systematically diagnose specific areas of the brain that are weak and change those weak areas through non-invasive rehabilitation. I began my work by exclusively treating chronically ill patients with chronic pain and fatigue. And by using our brain-based approach, we were helping people turn their lives around, giving them a chance to live well again after countless doctors and specialists had given up on them. It didn't take me long to realize, and you may have come to this conclusion because of your own circumstance, that when a person has a health condition that is not considered life-threatening and there's no easy fix, our medical system is completely inadequate. I would see the desperation on the faces and in the eyes of the patients I treated. They were yearning to have someone listen to them, to spend the time necessary to get to the bottom of their problem, and, most importantly, to help them break the chains their illness had placed on their lives. I understood them, and I knew I had to engineer my health facility to allow me to function as the doctor I needed to be for them. I couldn't rush people in and out in 10 minutes like commonly happens in the insurance medical model. I couldn't squabble with insurance companies trying to get them to pay for testing they considered unnecessary because we were stepping outside of the box. I not only stepped, I leaped outside the box. Inside that box was a system that could never help the people in the way they needed to be helped. Although I did get great results with our brain-based approach, I realized something was missing. I would get amazing results with most, yet in others I could not make the changes I needed. The most confusing part was that the patient that responded less to the treatment seemed to have the same characteristics and test findings as the ones that did respond as expected. There had to be something missing. So this difference in outcomes led me onto a journey to find what was missing and to make discoveries that allow Chiropractic and Nutrition Wellness Center to be what it is today. I made an important personal discovery too. I realized that I was trying to do what most other doctors do. I was looking at the human body as if it was compartmentalized. I was focused on the brain and the nervous system and without looking at the function of the hormone system, the immune system, and the gastrointestinal function. I knew I had to have an understanding and to look at all these systems at the same time if I wanted greater and more consistent results. So for a huge period of time, I hibernated at night and on the weekends. I poured through scientific journals, textbooks, and articles. I traveled across the country to learn from the best teachers I could find. I burned the midnight oil, so to speak. And it was this intense study of physiology, neurology, and immunology that led to my greatest discovery. Everything in the body affects everything else. In order to properly treat and manage chronically ill or the sick patient, you must look at everything, and you must do it all at once. So I began actually looking at and measuring everything. I began obtaining the necessary laboratory tests needed to make this big picture approach work. And as I started doing this on more and more patients, we got greater and more consistent results. Referrals flooded in. We have patients fly in from out of state and drive from out of town because they've had a family member or a friend referred them to us. The underlying principle and driving philosophy that guides our treatment at Chiropractic and Nutrition Wellness Center is treat the patient, not their diagnosis. When we see a new patient, they're going to be treated as an individual. We're going to sit down together and go over the entire case. Patients are never rushed in and out of our office. Chiropractic and Nutrition Wellness Center is the premier facility for the chronically sick because we take the time necessary to make a proper functional diagnosis and work with them to make the proper lifestyle, dietary, supplemental, and neurological changes required to create true healing. There is no other place like this. And if you suffer from one of the conditions listed to the left, then this is the place for you. Please explore our website and discover some of the truly unique things that have made the Chiropractic and Nutrition Wellness Center so popular. If you suffer and would like to schedule a case review, please call our office at 586-731-8840. You can also schedule online a consultation or case review by clicking on the link below. So thank you, and we look forward to seeing you soon.